Welcome on in, you guys. It is your girl Allie or Allie Bug, whatever floats your boat, whatever tickles your pickle for a nickel. I decided to make another helpful YouTube video for those of my streamer friends out there that are, either starting out fresh, like you haven't even done your first stream yet, or you've done a couple streams, but you just don't know where to go. So you're looking to grow. I think that's the most beautiful thing about streaming. Coming up on my 5th year of streaming in June. June 19th marks my 5th year, and I've learned a lot. And let me tell you, I think that's the one thing I still very much enjoy about this whole thing is every stream is a new stream, right? With every stream I try to do something different, just one thing, whether it be playing a different game, adding a mini game in there, or something we haven't done in a while. The community loves when I bring oldie but goodies back, whether it be something funny I had on my overlay that they loved in previous overlays. This is a new overlay, which I'll give you a quick tour. So for those that have never come to my live streams, which I so apologize for how loud the transitions are, by the way. They are very loud. This is my live screen. This is what people see. I have this. Theoretically, my camera would be here, so this is whenever I'm doing my makeup or doing like IRL streams. Or not IRL, but like anything that I'm doing like webcam. That's what this one's for. Phone. So, people are very familiar with my BRB screen because I stream for like 12 to 15 hours a day usually. Usually it's 8. 8 is like my bare minimum, so it's anywhere from 8 to 15 hours depending on how I feel. If I feel like streaming for long periods of time. But you'll see this screen a lot because I will take hour-long breaks to go pick up my son, take him to school, go to the store, smoke shops, whatever. That's and this one, my screen on stream, or videos like this where I want to show you my screen, but I obviously... All right, I'm gonna have to edit that part out. I was editing and I'm like, why is Jamie in my chat? And he's literally just like typing in the chat. I'm like, bro, come on. So I'm editing that out. This is like, why are you here? Anyways, so now I'm like distracted as hell. Okay, so I got asked to do a video explaining your dashboard, your streamer dashboard, because ironically, a lot of people know what this is, but there's only certain areas they go to, right? And I can admit that I was one of those streamers that would, you just got familiar with certain spots, right, in here. And this is a lot. You gotta admit, there's a lot going on. There's a lot here. I don't know if you know this, but you can actually pop things out or hide things to make it, easier for you to manage your dashboard. So I mean, you can play with this. So you can make this smaller, bigger. You can pop it out, hide it. I have something hidden right there. Collaborations, which I added this on here in case any of my friends want to co-stream with me. And I can do a separate video talking about, the co-stars and streaming together, because that is something that is very beneficial, will help grow your stream and help network. And that's a lot to explain. We could do another video on that one. So this is your creator dashboard. Get to know it because you will be here a lot. This is essentially your headquarters to, you can edit clips from here. You can manage your goals, start a prediction. These are all your quick actions. Quick actions are clickable icons that do something, right? So they tell you what they do here. You could raid, someone if you're about to raid someone. I don't really use this because I use the commands in chat, so you can actually do that, which here's the chat where Jamie was talking. I hit that. Yeah. So that's the chat usually would be here. Sometimes if I'm getting like hate bots and stuff, I'll like go in here and make sure to report, block, which you can do that. You can go here. Let's see, let's say I used to get hate rated by a lot of people, and there was this one person or a group of people that were obsessed with like sending me hate raids, hate bot followers, like all these things with really offensive usernames. And this is before the shield mode got added to Twitch. That has been a blessing, by the way. Haven't had to use it, thank God, but I really wish it was around when this was happening because it would have been very helpful. But I was actually going through and individually reporting No, which by the way, this wasn't a thing. You used to not actually be able to report the redemption itself. But now you can. Now that's not reporting the actual like redemption, like the redemption, like what it is. It's reporting the person who redeemed it. So I like that, because at first I was like having to individually report and block and ban all of those people, which I still have to do, but like that makes it to where I can report like, oh, this person's abusing my channel points. You know, there wasn't a way to report that before, and now there is, so that's good. So this is your stream manager page. So if we go to home, this is what it would look like. And this is nice. I'll admit, I love this rework. I loved ever since they've just changed this. Like, it is so nice. I can't tell you how much I love the way this looks. Because it used to just be a mess, and now it's like, it's still kind of a mess because there's just a lot going on here. But I just love that, like, it's at a glance, right? So anything you need to do to your stream, you come here. Like, normally you go to stream manager, that's when you're live. But if you're offline like me right now, you know, I'm editing videos, making videos, doing things here and there. So here you can be like, okay, I want to start a new challenge, which, heads up, I will be doing a challenge. Very cliche, a lot of streamers have done this challenge, but I don't think I ever did this challenge, and so I think it would be very fun to do. So stick around to the very end of this video and you'll be the first to learn what this challenge will be. And I'm not going to tell you when I'm going to do it, but at least you'll get a little nugget of information that other people won't have. Little incentive to stay and watch the whole video, right? All right, so this is really cool. They have something going on. This is Spotlight. This is like any of the events that are happening on Twitch. You can read this, learn more about it. I loved whenever they would do the Streamy Awards and you could co-host it on your channel, even if you're like not, you know, home. So that's cool. You can do that. I love that, like, let's say if you're wondering like which one of my emotes are most popular, this will tell you. Which helps me when I'm trying to like replace emotes. Let's see. Oh, down here. Okay, so these, that's what it is. Okay, so this shows you people who chat on your channel or have subscribed or whatever the case may be. And let's say like you haven't followed them ever, you haven't subscribed back to them, this will actually tell you, which I love because I want to follow everyone, right? I want to follow you back if you support me. I want to support you too. And so every time I get that, I always follow the person. Even if I barely see them like in stream, but like I always look here to follow whoever I'm not following back. This is really cool. You get ambassador tips from Twitch ambassadors all over. This gives you insight as to who else your viewers watch, which I think is awesome. Capfrago, who's that? Paladins 2. Oh, I follow him. Oh, yeah. I try to follow back anyone that you know, follows me, whatever. And then this is super helpful too. Did you know 20% of viewers also watch Paladins? If you also like it, try it out on a stream. Obviously I would know that because I stream that game. So this may be counterintuitive if you already know that, but I already know that a good chunk of my following is from Paladins community. Let's see. What else? That's pretty much it on the homepage. This is your analytics, which is down here, but we can just click it just to get some insight. Actually, let's not skip. Let's go in order. So we did home, we did stream manager. So these are alerts. Twitch alerts. This is where you would come to mess around with your Twitch alerts. I already use alerts through sound alerts, stream elements, and like a plethora of other extensions. So I don't actually use Twitch's alerts. They're super customizable now, but just back then they weren't. And so I don't even have the energy to like mess around with this, but it's there if I want to. Analytics. So this is the overview page. This tells you your average viewers, follows, subscriptions, revenue, and time streamed, and this is for the month. I will not lie, my viewership has gone down this month. I don't know what the heck is going on, but May is just not a good month for me, unfortunately. But I love that this, this breaks it down for you pretty good. See, like my views, my average views were higher closer to December and January, and then it just kind of went down. All right, so you go down here, this kind of talks about the different categories. It'll suggest categories to you. This is my most recent stream, so it'll break down the average viewers that I had, or no, I'm sorry, the average viewers of every channel plus the average amount of channels that are streaming the game, which is good for you because that's good information to learn about what you may want to stream in the future. So these are the suggestions, which ironically they suggest 2 of the games that I already stream, which is Nova and Paladins. Left 4 Dead 2, Dark and Darker, Anime Squad. I've heard about this game. I might actually try that game. I've heard that's fun. Oh, it even tells you the estimated browse position, which is actually pretty interesting, but there's some information there. Then it breaks down your content. So these are all my streams, all my clips here, which is, if you need a quickest way to get to all your stuff, go to overview and you can get there. Path to partner, this is where I'm at. Obviously, long way to go. And then these are all of my achievements and progress I've made. Here's some research. So this is the research tab. This is newer. So this is based on the global Twitch data, so that's why they kind of get this disclaimer at the very top. But this breaks down, based off your recently streamed stuff, it just gives you information on, like, for example, the amount of viewers at the time of day you're playing it. There's a guidebook to educate you on better what times to stream this game. Edit your stream schedule to match this. So this is very helpful, and I can do a separate video where I break this down even more because I love talking about this stuff. But this is super helpful for you if you're trying to get an understanding of not just your audience, but the audiences out there that you could be potentially working with and getting to come to your stream. Achievements, this is your achievements page. Stream summary, breaks down the viewer engagement. So this talks about, this got your emote usage based on the hours of the stream. This breaks down my Twitch views for the day for that whole stream. So 47 views total for that day overall, the whole stream, like not just per hour, but overall. The VOD itself has a different number. So like the unique viewers were 99, max viewers was 15, average 7, live views was 170. So these are people that were going and watching as I was live, whether they went back to the beginning of the stream, whatever. And then 16 unique chatters. So this also is your going live notification. You can get some information. I don't think a lot of you guys like this one. This one's a little more aggressive, and I changed it, and I noticed I don't get as much engagement as per the last one, so I might change that pretty soon. This is another section I really love about the creator dashboard. The discovery section, girl, this has helped me in a massive way. I'll be real with you, like, especially if you're like me, like you've been streaming for a couple years and you've been around, but you feel stagnant right now, you don't feel like you're really going anywhere. Like, this is what I use to get a better understanding of, like, where are my followers coming from? What tags am I using for them to help them find my stream? What's working, right? So this breaks it down for you. These are your followers. These are your views from Twitch based off where they come from. So these are your followers from Twitch, other channel pages, browser page, and searches, which this is interesting. Between the month of April and May, my views might be down in May, but I was looked up a lot between April and May. So April 30th and May 6th, between that time, people were like finding me through searches or getting the notification incoming or browsing pages and finding me. Like, this is where I got most of my discovery, as you could see. This is interesting too. This breaks down all your views. So overall, like clip viewership, these are the insights for that from clips, which is very, very interesting. Again, really love the tag section. You learn the impressions that your tags give. People always give me shit about putting Dami Mommy in there, and I'm like, girl, I embody that. Hello? Like, so I don't understand what's that about, but I'll put whatever the fuck I want on my tags. Like, the hell? This is the going live notification. More information about your viewers. what platform are they watching you from, so you can cater better to that. And then views by location, which this changes very frequently. So I'm getting a lot more, Latin viewers. I'm getting some Canada, Germany, Netherlands, Australia, France. We love all of our viewers from everywhere, so I love that. This is honestly very impressive for me. 71% return engaged viewers. That's a high number for that. Keeping people engaged and coming back is really hard. Getting new people is not that hard. It's keeping people. So I think that I'm very proud of that. Moving on to engagement. This is my engagement in the last 30 days. So 125,487 minutes watched, 2,291 unique viewers, 7.2 average viewers, 33 follows, 164 unique. This is for the 30-day period. This also gives you information about your emotes being used. So you see, like, there's already some that I could see right off the rep that are not used as much. So I might get rid of, like, this one is barely used. The cat one is cute, but is barely used. The Yas emote is like barely used. You see, like, those three I might replace. But this is very helpful for that. Categories your viewers watch. So if you want to learn what your viewers like to watch, this will break that down for you. And then if you want to collaborate with other streamers that your viewers are watching, this gives you a list right here of people that you may have something in common with. These are the earnings for the last 30 days. So this breaks down all your money stuff, your ad breaks, ad time per hour, time streamed, all your payout information would be here. And then this breaks down your subscriptions, bits, ads, and other money methods. Payout history is where you'd find all of your payouts. Community is where you can manage, who's in your community, what their levels are, whether or not they are, mod or VIP or whatever. These are the different activities, if you want to double check when something happened or when you did something or if you did something, you look under activity. It's your followers list. Then under content is where your video editing stuff will be. Collections, I don't have any collections created, but this will be collections of clips or content. Your clips. Copyright claims manager is when you have to deal with copyright claim, which thank God I'm running on almost 5 years on Twitch and have not gotten one yet. So monetization. Your ads is where you can break down how long your ads are. This is a topic of discussion. And I'm going to break this down and I'm going to leave it like that because this is something I could go in depth on another video. But I will say this, people complain about my ads all the time. These are people that expect to be gifted subs. They will not spend money in your stream, but they just expect to be gifted subs or not have to deal with ads. I'm not going to say I have no respect for those people, but I don't have the tolerance for when you start complaining about ads. Bitch, I got to make money the same way you got to make money. So personally for me, I have 3 minutes. That's very reasonable for me. And I say for me because I stream for long periods of time. I've been staring at this for months now. I could increase this shit to 5 minutes and have a huge revenue increase, but I'm not going to do that. Oh, now I got to set this back to what? 3 minutes. I'm not going to do that because people already complained about it. So I think set this to whatever you want to set it to, but play around with it each stream to find what works for you and ignore the haters complaining about ads because ads are everywhere. They're inescapable and people need to grow up. So I can't have this conversation without, being sassy. I just can't. That's a whole conversation within itself. Bits and tiering, this is to activate your hype train. It's tier badges, all of that stuff would be in there. This is your community, so again, your hype train stuff, leaderboards, stuff of that nature, your subscription settings. Sponsorships was newly added. I'll admit, I did a small short video covering this when it first, the day it got rolled out, and I covered the overview of it. But what bothers me about it is that none of these options or none of these clickable anything is, you can't interact with this on here. It is going to take you to Stream Elements and it's all managed through Stream Elements. And I know this because I'm currently doing a sponsorship that is through the Twitch/Stream Elements collaborations, which is the Legend of Mushroom sponsorship. So those, which I'm doing a video on sponsorships. I did one already, kind of talk about sponsorships, affiliations, and all that stuff. But I'm actually going to be doing an in-depth video on sponsorships soon, so keep an eye out for that. But this is what that page leads you to. Because I was like, oh, why is it offering me again when I'm already doing it? But this is where it brings you to. So those are where you can find new sponsorships. You can manage the ones you're already doing. Like I said, this says completed nothing, but I'm like, I did one through them and it was completed down here, which was the Raid Shadow Legends one, and the AFK Journey one. You see, I've done a couple of sponsorships in the past. This is your creator profile. I highly suggest putting this together if you haven't already. And do note that once you do put it together, it won't have this information down here because it does take a while to generate. But I love this because this is basically like a media kit on crack. This is what brands will look at to see if you're a good fit for them to offer a sponsorship deal to you. So I highly suggest you set that up if you have. These are all your stream settings: stream, channel, moderation settings, streamer survey, affiliate under here. Viewer rewards. This is where you're gonna find all your power-ups, channel points, emotes, drops, all that fancy stuff that you can edit, add, take away, all that extra stuff. These are the open rewards campaigns. This is new. I don't play Doom, but this is what's available if you guys do. So take a look at that when you get a chance. Stream together. This is where you can, this is another section where you can copy the browser source to add it to your stream, whether you use OBS or Meld or Streamlabs, whatever it is you use. You put it there so you can have that set up. Those are your other settings there, and then some tips. These are other people utilizing Stream Together. So there's just a lot of ways you can implement it into your stream, and that breaks it down. You can do that. Streaming tools. These are where you can find new tools to implement into your stream. These are different charities you can start a charity stream for. That could be interesting. And then this is the page where you can find new extensions or manage the ones that you have. At the very bottom, there's Creator Camp and the Safety Center, so you can better educate yourself. So I hope this video was helpful to break down all of the different options you have. Again, you're going to spend more time in different parts of your creator dashboard than others. But keep in mind that this is a helpful tool, and it's extremely helpful for all streamers. And I really do hope that people take advantage of this. Maybe hopefully this video helped you learn something new. And if you do have any questions, be sure to put them in the comments below or reach out to me. You can message me on socials, in my Discord, or directly on Twitch when I'm live. I'll see you guys on the next video. Have a good one. This is Ali with Life of Ali, wishing you love, peace, and hope. Bye-bye.